friends, welcome back to my channel again. Today we are going to learn a new chapter and the name of the chapter is crop production and management. Now this lesson basically depends upon how the agriculture is done and also what are the processes for that and what are types of crop production and how do they manage, what are the things which are used by farmers. This is mostly based on agriculture. So we'll just read the lesson and I'm gonna explain you the half lesson in this part. Paheli and Buju went to their uncle's house during the summer vacation. Their uncle is a farmer. One day they saw some tools like kurpi, sickle, shovel, plug, etc. in their fields. Now once Paheli and Buju went to their uncle's house, was a farmer in village, and they saw that some kurpi was there. Kurpi means it's a small type of thing which is used to dig up the ground. Sickle which is used to cut the crops. Shovel means nothing but that only. No. Shovel means spade. Shovel means spade, I think, and plug we all know, which is used to dig up the ground. Okay, now here I want to know where and how we use these tools. So Buju is asking us. So I want to tell him we use these tools for agricultural purpose, for farming. You have learned that all living organisms need food. Of course, plants can make their own food by themselves, yeah. So can you recall how green plants synthesize their own food? It's very simple. So as we know, we have learned in standard 6th, 7th also that how plants make food. So plants synthesize their food through the process through the process known as photosynthesis, in which they get the required amount of oxygen, water, air, sunlight, and with the help of these sources they make up their own food. They exchange the gases and they make up their own food to release the energy. This is nothing but the synthesization of the plant. Now here is one question. Where do animals get their food from? Animals including humans cannot make their own food, so where do they get food? So they are heterotrophs, because they do not make their own food. They depend upon another thing for their survival. So like humans, animals depend upon plants, of course, because they do not make their own food. You already know that energy from the food is utilized by organisms for carrying out their various body functions such as digestion, respiration, excretion. We get our food from plants or animals or both. Now, from animals also we get food, but human is not providing the food. It's not generating the food. Well, animals are the thing which is generating food, like milk and all. Okay. Now here's the question. Yes, they have seen they utilize they get energy for their digestion is the main thing of respiration and excretion. Digestion, to digest food, of course we need energy. So since we all need food, how can we provide food to a large number of people in a country? That's the main problem nowadays. Food has to be produced on a large scale. Of course, that's why in India agriculture is mostly done, but it's not proper. The management is not proper at all. Well, in other countries like Israel, so it's a small country and it's very much developed as well, and the agriculture management is in such a way like farmers are the richest one in that country. In India, farmers are very poor and businessmen are very rich, but in other countries farmers are very rich, more than businessmen, because proper management is not there. That's what we are gonna learn in this chapter. And for you, if you want to know about the case study of Israel, you can watch so many videos on YouTube. So let's move on our topic right now. Agriculture practices. So since we are learning in our history as well, agriculture was done before 10,000 BCE, and people were nomadic. They were wandering, and they were eating fruits. They were gathering seeds, roots, and all. We all know about this. When plants of same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale is known as crop. Now, what do we mean by crop production? Crop production when the same species of plants are cultivated on a large scale is known as crop. For example, crop of wheat. Crop of wheat means that all plants are grown in the field of wheat, means in that area only wheat will be grown. You already know that the crops are of different types like cereals, vegetables, fruits. So these can be classified on the basis of seasons. Now there are different types of crops like cereals, vegetables, fruits, and all. So they all are classified on the basis of the seasons. Of course, plants, if the suitable condition is there, then only the plant will grow, isn't it? If rain is then paddy must be grown, so that as paddy need lot of water, so rain is the most adorable season for that. Okay, so obviously growing of the plant based on the particular season. India is a vast country. The climate conditions like temperature, humidity, and rainfall vary from one region to another. Accordingly, there is a rich variety of crops grown in different parts of country. Of course, in northern India, mostly wheat, sugarcane, gram, and maize. Mostly these types of things are grown, but mostly in southern India, rice is grown. Have you ever wondered why? Because in southern region, the countries lie near the coastal region, and over there so much rainfall is there, abundant rainfall we can say. That's why abundant rainfall and paddy means rice need lot of water to grow. It needs so much water, and in that region so much rain is there, so much water is also there. So that's why the rice is mostly grown there, not in northern part of India. And also in southern part of India region, there is lot of rainfall, so much rainfall is there. In northern, so much rainfall is not there. Look at Rajasthan, it's a totally desert. So the southward winds are blocked due to the mountains. Then the side become leeward side. Okay, rain shadow one. So this is how the climate affects the growth of plant. That's why we are learning this. Okay, despite this diversity, Despite this diversity, two broad cropping patterns can be identified. These are Kharif crops. Now there are total two types of crops. Kharif crops and Rabi crops. Now this is very easy. I think it was there in 5th standard. Okay. Now Kharif crops are crops which are grown in rainy season. Points to remember: rain. Okay, now these crops are grown in rainy season and known as Kharif crops. The rainy season in India is generally from June to September. Now paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, and cotton are the Kharif crops. Okay, so this was about Kharif crops. Now Rabi crops. Now I think Rabi means winter, but let's read it. Okay, Rabi crops grown in winter season October to March are called Rabi crops. For example, Rabi crop as wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseed, and etc. Mostly oily. Now why paddy cannot be grown in winter season? This is the question asked by Buju. So paddy cannot be grown on the in the winter season because see, paddy need lot of water. So of course rainy season is there, right? So how can it be grown in winter? If anyone wants to grow that plant in winter, then that person needs lot of water, and also that winter climate, snow is there, so it's not that much comfortable for paddy. That's why. So here is the answer. Paddy requires lot of water, therefore it is grown in rainy season. Okay. So cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. You may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by gardener or even by you when you grow ornamental plants in your house. These activities or tasks are referred as agriculture practices, which are listed below. Now here I will tell you something. Wait. Now here you can see what are the processes which are used for the farming activity, for the farming purpose. So now these are listed in short, and we are gonna learn about this briefly in this chapter. That's what crop production is. Now preparation of soil. Now we will discuss what are the things or what are the methods which are used for agriculture. Now see, first of all, land shall be fertile, which means preparation of soil. Land is fertile means soil is fertile, right? Preparation of soil. Sowing means we have to sow seeds. Okay, the next one is what? After sowing, taking proper care of them. It means adding manure, fertilizers, abundant water, suitable temperature, suitable climate, suitable season, etc. Irrigation, providing water, doing, caring about plants and all. Okay. Then protecting from weeds. Now see, of course, unwanted weeds means what? Unwanted plant. So when we are giving the water, so automatically due to dispersal of seed by wind, mostly by wind, by pollination, unwanted plants are grown, such as weeds, which are not, we don't want that plant, and that plant are grown very rapidly. They do not need so much time as well. If we are done with irrigation, we have provided the proper amount of water, then that weeds are there, and they do not need much time. They grow rapidly because bad things happens more earlier than good thing, right? Okay, now that's why we need to remove that weeds by that khurpi, by that sickle, by the shovel and all. Harvesting means cutting down of the crop and selling it. Okay, and storage, of course, these processes are correct. Okay, full point, correct. Now preparation of soil. Now here is the main thing that we are gonna learn, how the soil is prepared and all that things. Now let's read it. Preparation of soil. Now I'll just explain you. I'm not gonna read this much. Preparation of soil is the first step before growing a crop. Now what happens in this process is the agriculture is to what happens, the most important task is that the soil is being loosened, it's being turned up, so this allows the roots to move deep in soil. The loose soil allows the root to breathe, okay, even though they are deep, because soil is loose, more air will go in that, and of course air is more, then roots will absorb that air. Okay, so why does the loosening of soil allows the root to breathe easily? Loosening of soil allows the root to breathe easily because air is rushed into that vacuum to fill the gaps, and that gaps means air which is present in the gaps is used by the roots. Easy, simple, done. The loosened up soil helps in the growth of earthworm. Now how loosened soil can help in the growth of earthworms? I haven't wondered. Okay, it helps in growth of earthworms and microbes. Yeah, microbes we can say by decomposition and all. But how earthworms? Okay, let it be now. Okay, now these organisms are friends of farmers since they are useful for them. The excreta of that organisms help in the help in providing a manure to the plant. Okay, adding humus as well. Yeah, now why soil needs to be turned up and loosened? There are so many questions over here. Now the soil needs to be turned up and the loosened. Why? Because air should be there inside the soil. If air is not there, then how plants will get oxygen? Not only oxygen but nitrogen, because see, nitrogen is present in the air and it's 97% might be. No, not 97. No. Okay. Oh no, I forgot the percentage. Oh, let it be. It's 72%, right? Oh, I forgot. Let it be. Now, our nitrogen is there. And as we know, in class 6, we have learned about the rhizobium bacteria. Yeah, the rhizobium bacteria converts the nitrogen into soluble form, and which is present in the root nodules of the plant. So it converts in soluble form, and thus the nitrogen is absorbed by the plant. Okay, we have learned this. And this is how, that's the main reason why soil needs to be turned up. Okay, you have learned in previous classes that soil contains minerals, water, air, some living aeration, dead plants and animals get decomposed by the soil organisms. Yeah, in this way various nutrients in the dead organism are released back into soil. These nutrients are again absorbed by plants, yeah, as a manure. Since few centimeters of top layer of soil supports plant growth, turning and loosening of soil brings the nutrient rich soil to the top so that plant can use these nutrients. Okay, what they have said exactly is, as we know, only there are three layers of earth: crust, core, mantle. And in crust, the topmost layer is there, or horizon A, if you have learned in class 6. Horizon A, and in horizon A only the fertile soil is available, and that in horizon A, horizon whatever, in that horizon A, the top layer of soil is present, and the top layer of the soil is very fertile. That's why the plant is mostly grown on that, and that topsoil is of 2 to 3 centimeters. Even I think only approximately maximum 10 centimeters. Maximum only few centimeters. So that's why that layer only supports the growth of plant. So that's why loosening up the soil will bring the nutrient rich soil up. That's why. Okay. Thus, turning and loosening of soil is very important for the cultivation of crop. The process of loosening up soil and turning up is known as tiling or plugging. Okay, now this plugging is mostly done by the plugs. Okay, plugs are made up of wood or iron. Previously it was made up of wood, but nowadays we are having tractors and all, and if anyone is not having tractor, then the plug is made up of iron. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before plugging. The plugged field may have big clumps of soil called crumps. It is necessary to break these crumps. Leveling. Okay, now we will stop. Okay. See, now what they have said, if the soil is very much dry, drought had came over there and the soil is so much dry, for example, okay, and of course when we are plugging it, so crumbs means big rocks of soil, so we need to destroy them. We need to break them into small tiny parts. For that we need to destroy it, break it. Okay, then that's why the leveling is done, which is beneficial for sowing as well as for irrigation. Leveling of soil is done with the help of leveler. Now leveling of soil means the surface of the soil should be at the proper, what can we say, proper level should be there. It should not be high low, no, it should be proper. Okay, that's why leveling must be there, and this leveling of soil is done with level. Just highlight this with your highlighter, because this is important. Leveling of soil is done with the help of leveler. Oh no, I don't know how to pronounce it. Sometimes manure is added to soil before tilling. Okay. This helps in proper mixing of manure with soil. The soil is moistened before sowing. Agriculture implements. Now here they have said that manure is added to soil so that in before tiling, before plugging, so that manure should be mixed up with the soil properly. That's why. Okay. Now agriculture implementation. We implement rules in our lives. लागू करना जिसे हम बोलते हैं. तो एग्रीकल्चर में जो थिंग्स इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं हम, आई थिंक, होप सो. ओके, बिफोर सोइंग द सीड इट इज़ नेसेसरी टू ब्रेक सॉइल क्लम्प्स to get better yield. This is done with the help of various tools. The main tool is plug, hoe, cultivator. Now these are very simple main tools. See, plug means what? This one. Wait. What happened to this? Okay. Plug means this one you can see, T, like ये जो है, this one is plug. Hoe means what? Which like this. Wait. Plug, hoe, it is like this and having a bent blade. In Marathi we call it khora. Okay, this one. I want cultivator. Cultivator means which is used for cultivation, means such as uses source of plugging as tractor. Okay, tractor. See, we were here. Plug, it is being used since ancient times for tiling the soil. Tiling. Okay. Adding fertilizers to the crop, removing weeds and turning the soil. This is made up of wood and is drawn by the pair of bulls and other animals such as horses or camels. Each contains a strong triangular iron strip called plugshers. The main part of plug is long log of a wood which is called plug shaft. There is a handle at one end of shaft. The other end is attached to the beam which is placed on bull's neck. One pair of pull and a man and easily operate the plug. Hope you understand this. Nothing is there. Only they have said this plugging is done. In ancient time also it was done. It was being done. Okay. Now this was used to remove the weeds, to mix up the manure and all the things. Now they have explained briefly how the plug is exactly. There's a what we can say. It is made up of wood. It is drawn by animals. One pair of animal. Okay, there is one triangular iron strip. Triangular iron strip might be, it's here somewhere, I think. Okay, we will say it. What is it exactly? But I have seen this plug in not in my village. In museum I have seen. So see, the main part is plug. A long log is there and the plug shaft is there. Plug shaft I can show you. Yeah, I remember. See, it is like this. Plug shaft is this. There's one rod and here are two. Here one bull, here one bull, and they will take out this, and this will, this is shaft like thing. Or we can say shaft is like this, otherwise like this. This one is also shaft. Two types of shafts are there. Hoe means a simple device which is used to remove the weeds is also easy. It's this one. This one is a hoe. They have just explained it. How does it works? How does it looks? It is, it's bent over the first, at the first part. It's bent plate or blade, whatever. Cultivator. Nowadays plugging is done by tractor driven cultivator. Cultivator which can cultivate crops, which can dig up the ground. Okay. The use of cultivator saves labor and time, of course. Sowing is an important part of a production of a crop, as the good quality of seed will be used in good type of agriculture at all. It will the crops, the farm will be more nice, more healthy, and it will farmers will get so much money due to this sowing process. Sowing means the growing, the process of growing the plant. Sowing means to sow the seeds. What happened to this? Oh no. Yeah. So selection of seed. See, here is the very easy process which this girl, I forgot, Harper Haley, has explained. So what she have said, once I saw my mother, she was having gram seeds with her, and there was one vessel, some water was there in the vessel. My mom, what did she did? She put all the gram seeds in that vessel, and after few minutes she saw that some seeds are floating. Now why the seeds were floating? There's a very easy reason. If the damaged seeds are there, then they become hollow, and thus they become lighter. So that's why they float. Okay, and the heavy seeds which are not hollow, which are not damaged, they sink. This is how we can differentiate between good and bad seed. Means we can check the quality of seed. So this paragraph is about that only. Now traditional tool. Now we will learn traditional tool. The tool used traditionally for sowing seed is shaped like a funnel. The seeds are filled into the funnel, passed down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. Now see what they have done. It's a traditional method and I don't have any idea about this. Okay, this is about sowing of seeds. So what is there in this? They have said this is a funnel type structure and there is something. So this man will pull up the means he will drag that plug. This man will sow the seeds. Not sow, this man will throw the seeds in this type of funnel. Then the seeds will pass down. Then there might be hole somewhere. There might be hole over here somewhere. Okay, and then seed is being sown. Nowadays this is there, a seed drill. Yeah, seed drill. Nowadays seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. This sows the seed uniformly at equal distance and depth. Yeah, equal distance is there, that's correct. It ensures that the seed get covered by the soil after sowing. This protects seed from being eaten by birds. Sowing by using seed drill saves time and labor. This is correct, that the seed is being protected by the birds, and it is very easy process and done within few hours. Sufficient sunlight, nutrients and water from the soil. At times a few plants have to be removed to prevent overcrowding. Okay, so that equal distance is there, so we can prevent overcrowding and few plants will be grown over there. Adding manure and fertilizers. The substances which are added to the soil in form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plant are known as manure and fertilizers. I saw a healthy crop growing in a farm. The neighboring farm, the plants were weak. Why do some plants grow better than others? Well, I don't have the answers, but might be the damaged seeds they have sown, or might be manure and fertilizers. Well, sorry for this. Soil, well, we will learn till this page. In next video we will start with activity 1. So soil supplies mineral nutrients to the crop plants. These nutrients are essential for the growth of plant. Now for the growth of plant we need minerals and nutrients. Okay. So in certain areas farmers grow crop after crop is the same field. What? Farmers grow crop after crop is in the same field. The field is never left uncultivated or fallow. Imagine what happens to the nutrients. So they have said for example, I am having one land and I grow cotton there. So after harvesting I'm going to grow cotton again. So this is how I'll utilize that land for cotton. Continuous cultivation of crops make the soil poor in nutrients. Yeah, because see, of course, first when I cultivate, then the soil is also very good, very rich in nutrients. But that plants will absorb all the nutrients. Then what remains? Nothing. So farmers have to add manure to that. Though the field is very good. No, it doesn't matter. But the soil is also good. But what if it is vanished? Of course, nutrients are non-renewable, right? No, they are renewable. No, they are not non-renewable. Okay, continuous cultivation of crop make the soil poor in nutrients. Therefore, farmers have to add manure to the fields to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is known as manuring. What is manuring? Adding manure to the plants to grow the fertilization of the soil. Done. See, the process is called improper or insufficient manure result in weak plants. Now here's the answer. Wait. Here in this paragraph there's the answer of this question. Okay, you can go through it again. Manure is an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of animal or plant waste. Like decomposition produce humus. Farmers dump plants and animals waste in pits at open places and allow it to decompose. The decomposition is caused by some microorganisms. The decomposed matter is used as organic manure. You have already learned this. You have already learned vermicomposting in class 6 as well. In 7th, vermicomposting was not there. There was that sanitation pit or something was there in which the worms were added. Vermicomposting, just the concept we have learned in class 6 earlier. Now here's one activity, the mung or gram. Well, I'm not interested in this activity. We'll read this. Okay. Did plant in all the classes grow at same place? Which class show better growth of plant? In which class was the growth fastest? Okay, we don't care about it. See now. Fertilizers are chemicals which are rich in particular nutrient. How are they different from manure? Now we might be thinking fertilizers and manures are same, but no, not at all. They both are different from each other. Now see. How are they different from each other? Fertilizers are produced in factories, and some examples of fertilizers are urea, ammonium sulfate. What is this? Superphosphate, potassium, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Now see. Wait. Now see. This all the fertilizers are artificially made. ये artificial में grown होता है. While the manure is not artificial, it's human made. The use of fertilizers has helped farmers to get better yield of crops such as wheat, paddy, and maize. But excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile. Fertilizers have also become a source of water pollution. Yeah, because see, as artificial, it contains chemical toxic substances which affects the soil, but also there are advantages and disadvantages. Now they create water pollution. This is there, they may make the water also toxic, which is not useful for us. Therefore, in order to maintain the fertility of the soil, we have to substitute fertilizers with organic manure or leave the field uncultivated in between two crops. Easy. Just there's differentiate between fertilizers and manure. The use of manure improves the soil texture as well as its water retaining capacity. It replenishes the soil with nutrients. Manure is more beneficial or fertilizers. According to me, in my opinion, manure is important. It's more beneficial than this for fertilizers. Manure we can make it at home, while fertilizers we need to buy it at high rate. Manure is it is made up of cow dung, decomposition. It's very easy. Just we have to make a compost pit, dry vegetables, peels of vegetables and this and all, and we have to make a composition pit, whatever, compost pit, and in that the manure is automatically made. It's very easy. Another method of replenishing the soil with nutrients is crop rotation. I haven't heard about this crop rotation, and I think this is the new introduction. This can be done by growing different types of crops alternately. Earlier farmers in northern India used to grow legumes as fodder in one season and wheat in next season. This helped in replenishment of soil with nitrogen. Farmers are being encouraged to adopt this practice. Now see, as I give you the examples, for example, I have my own land. I am growing cotton since 100 years, since 12-13 years. So only cotton is grown. So not only cotton, but farmers should grow other crops as well, not only one crop. No, okay, this is your growing other crops according to their seasons is known as crop rotation. Okay, in the previous classes you have learned about rhizobium bacteria. Yeah, I told you about this plant, not plant, bacteria, how it converts the nitrogen into soluble form, right? So see, these are present in nodules of the root of leguminous plant. They fix atmospheric nitrogen. Now here is the difference between this fertilizer and manure. Just go through it. No way. No. Fertilizer is a man-made and inorganic salt. Fertilizer is prepared in factories, while manure is a natural substance obtained by decomposition of cattle dung and plant residues. Manure can be prepared in fields. Fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil. Manure provides a lot of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Yeah, manure is less rich, but it's not harmful as fertilizers. Now see, advantages of manure. The organic manure is considered better than fertilizers. This is because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. Yeah, that's right. It makes the soil porous, due to which the exchange of gases become easy. 2. Does it? Yeah, it makes the soil porous. Okay. The increased number of friendly microbes. This is very much correct according to me. The increased number of microbes, because see, decomposition, microbes, humans, bacteria will be there. It improves the texture of the soil. Irrigation. All the living beings need water to live. Yeah, water is an important element for the proper growth and development. Water is absorbed by the plant root along with water. Minerals, fertilizers are also absorbed. Plant contains nearly 90% of water. Water is essential because germination of seed will not happen without water. It will need water, right? Nutrients. Oh, what happened? Let me turn on this. Nutrients dissolved in water are transported to each part of the plant. Yeah, irrigation. If we give the water to the plant, so which nitrogen is there, which nutrients are there, so that will get easily dissolved in water. And as they will dissolve in water, so small hairs of roots will absorb that water. And when they will absorb that water, what will happen? They will take that through xylem. They will take that water to the plant. Okay, that's why water is essential. Water also protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. Okay, air currents, how? Let it be. Ask this to the teacher now, because I am also in 8th and I haven't read this chapter. I have made this video in March and school is also not started of 8th. We are just studying this. We need to ask this to teacher. Okay, just mark this. What is frost? I think frost means this one. The snowflakes are there, or hails are there for the solid form of ice. Frost. Yeah, I know frost. Okay. The supply of water to crop at regular intervals is called irrigation. The time and frequency of irrigation varies from crop to crop, soil to soil, season to season. Okay. In summer, the frequency of watering is higher. Frequency of watering? What does it mean? Means giving water to the plants again and again. In summer, it becomes higher due to, evaporation happens more rapidly, and that's why we need to give that water to plant again and again due to increased rate of evaporation. Okay, I'm very careful this year about watering plants. Last summer my plants dried up and died. Okay, sources of where is it? Sources of irrigation. The sources of water for irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. These are all underground sources. These are very important. Okay, this is a natural one. Traditional method of irrigation. The water available in wells, lakes and canals is lifted up by different methods. Yeah, because see, some are taking by motor, some are taking by vessels, some are taking by buckets and all. Cattle or human labor is used in these methods. So methods are cheaper and less efficient. The various traditional methods are pulley. Yeah, pulley system. In this system, what is there? Beta. In this system, what is that? This pulley is applied. Oh no, this pulley is there, and the rope is tied over here like this, and this in this way they are carrying the rope. They are catching it. They are pulling it. Not catching. They are pulling it because they are taking out the water. And what is chain pump? Sorry. Well, I don't have any idea about this process. I haven't seen this. Sorry for this. I don't know. And Dekli. See, first is what? First is pulley system. Second is chain. Just underline it. I don't know about it. Dekli also I don't know much. And lever system, sorry for that, I don't know about it. No, I don't know. Rahat, I also don't know. I think Rahat, when the wood is there, I mean log is there, it is pulled by the ox, bull, and the circle which is over here is being, it's being rotated with the help of this bull, according to me. Pumps are commonly used for lifting water, diesel, biogas, electricity, and solar energy is used too. Modern methods of irrigation. Sprinkler system is, we know what is there in sprinkler system. I'll just explain you in the brief. I'm not gonna read that now, really. See what happens in the system. These pipes, wait, let me draw a good diagram. Sprinkler system, mostly in city area we see the sprinkler system in gardens. In gardens there are two types of sprinklers. See, this one is garden, and here in middle there is something, and there is something like this as well, and here the water is being circulated like this. This is rotational. I think this rotates and the water is sprinkled over the ground. So this one is the water, this one is the water sprinkled over the ground, and the another sprinkler one is what the ground is the ground is here, and here the pipes are laid like this. Oh no, I'm using fellow colors. Pipes are here like this, and small holes are there, and not small holes, we can say this type of thing is there like this, and here water passes and it sprinkles out like this. But if water is there, then this sprinkles out like fountain as well. It happens. Now drip irrigation is also it's a process in which the narrow pipes are being laid down vertically on the ground like this, and they are having small holes on it, very small holes, and drop by drop water is being given to the plants. Now here, protection from weeds. Now protection of weeds in fields, many other undesirable plants are grown, so these are removed. Okay, plants are grown known as weeds. These weeds are called weeding. Weeding is necessary since weeds compete with crop plant for water, nutrients, space and light. So thus the weeds are removed for more space. Otherwise, if weeds are there, then they will only take out all the nutrients and the minerals which are present in soil. So that's why these are removed. Also, these are poisonous and harmful for plants as well. So farmers adopt many ways to it. Mostly laboral work is done, but plugging before sowing of crops helps in uprooting and killing of weeds, which may then dry up and get mixed with soil. The best time for removal of weeds is before they produce flower and seeds. The manual removal includes physical removal of weeds by uprooting or cutting them, mostly through labors. So this is done with the help of khurpi. I told you this. The seed driller is also used to uproot the weeds. Weeds are also controlled by using certain chemicals called weedicides. See, removal of weeds is known as weeding. Okay, this is important. This point is important, which I told you now. Removing of weeds is known as weeding. These are spread in fields to kill. Now see, some chemicals are also spread over the farm or over the land, so that weeds will automatically get dried up. So these weedicides are spread. This one, yes, I have seen this. As already mentioned, the weedicide are spread there. It's a harmful liquid which is being spread to destroy the weeds and to improve the proper growth of plant. Harvesting is the last process of this lesson and the last point of this lesson. And harvesting of a crop is an important task because cutting down of crop after maturation. So of course, if plant is mature and if we said no, it's not mature, let them mature it more, so of course it will dry up. There's no use of that maturization. So when the plant is matured, we need to harvest it, we need to cut it, and we need to sell it. Okay, it usually takes 3 to 4 months for cereal crop to get mature. Harvesting in our country is either done by manually, by sickle, or by machine called harvester. Harvester. In the harvested crop, the grains need to be separated. The grain is need to be separated from the chaff. The process is known as threshing. So in that, what we have learned in class 5th, I think 5th only, no 6th. In threshing, the drier plants are there. We have to cut that plant such as maize is there, and we will crush it. We will crush it, or we will what we can say, we can beat it. We can beat on the hard rock, thus that seeds, grains will be separated. This is carried out with the help of machine called combine, which is in fact a harvester as well as thresher. Okay, nice, 2 in 1. After harvesting, sometimes stubs are left in field which are burnt by farmers. Pally is worried. She knows that it causes pollution. It may also catch fire and damage crops lying in the fields. See, I don't know the plant name, but after cutting it, the roots, the remains. So farmers usually burn it. They should not do this. But what can they do? Farmers, with the help of holdings of a land, do separation of grain chaff by winnowing. The lightweight things such as husk and etc. are removed with the help of wind. Storage of produce is an important task if harvested. Now I have cut the plant, means I have cut the grains and all, and I have stored it. Now I'll either farmer will sell it, or he will save some for his family. So storage is done. Harvested grains have more moisture. If freshly harvested grains are stored without drying, they may get spoiled or attacked by organisms, making them unfit for use or germination. Hence, before storing them, the grains are properly dried up in the sun to reduce the moisture. They prevent attack from insects. If moisture is there, then bacteria will grow. If moisture is there, then new plant will start growing from that plant. That's why they are dried up, totally dried up. I saw my mother putting up dried neem leaves in an iron drum containing wheat. I wonder why. Well, I also wonder why. Now this is the image of silos for storage of grains. In this types of thing, the grains are stored. See here. Farmers store grains in jute bags or metallic beans. Jute bags, we call it pota, gunny bag. However, large-scale store of grain is done in silos and granaries to protect them from pests like rats and insects. Dried neem leaves are used for storing food grains at home. For storing large quantities of grains, are done. For dried neems and leaves are for storing grains. For storing large quantities of grain in big godowns, and specific chemicals treatment are required to protect them from the pests and microorganisms. As we know, neem leaves are they are medicinal plants, and they act as a chemical and protect from microorganisms as due to their smell, fragrance might be. After completing, we have to complete this table. Milk, cow, horse, buffalo, sheep, camel. Easy. We can do this by our own. We'll write egg. Hen, ostrich. Then what's there? Milk. Milk is done. Egg is done. Wool from sheep. yak. We can write the breeds of the ships. And what we can write else? Rabbits also. Yeah, rabbits also. And fourth one, you do it by yourself. After completing this table, you must have been seeing that like plants and animals also provide us different kinds of food. Many people living in coastal areas consume fish as their major part of diet. Yeah, in coastal region, mostly in Goa, Mumbai, and also mostly in southern part of India, such as Kerala, Karnataka. Kerala is there, Karnataka is there, Tamil Nadu is there, Pondicherry. It's in Tamil Nadu, but mostly they eat rice and fish curry. They eat. We just have seen, where were we? Many people living in the area coastal consume fish as their major part of diet. In previous classes, you have learned that about food that we obtain from plants. We just have seen that the process of crop production involves number of steps like selection of seeds, sowing, etc. Similarly, animals reared at homes or in farms have to be provided with proper food, shelter, care, and is done by on the large scale known as animal husbandry. Now animals are being reared by some people, means farmers only mostly. So they are being reared, so they need to take proper care of animals. Otherwise, if any animal is weak, then the food or the produced item from that animal will be not good for our health. Might be fish is good for now one more, the large rearing of animals on a large scale is known as animal husbandry. We know this. Fish is good for health. We get cod liver oil from fish. Oh yeah, I have heard about this cod liver oil in grade 7. It was in honeysuckle book, somewhere. See, which is we know fish is rich in vitamin D. Now here are the keywords you have learned in order to provide. We will read this afterwards. Shall we solve this? What is this? Kharif claw. Okay, I'm gonna match the following so you can solve the fill in the blanks. Okay, fine. Let's solve this now, guys. Which color shall I use? Okay, this one. Okay, this one. Kharif crops. Now, Kharif are grown in rainy season. So, is there paddy and maize, because see, paddy is grown in rainy season. Rabi, wheat, gram, pea. Chemical fertilizers, urea, super phosphate. Organic manure is the animal excreta, cow dung, urine and plant waste. And what is next? Give 2 example of each. Kharif, done. Oh, done. And give 2 example of you can do this by your own. Hope you like this video. If you understood the concept, don't forget to hit the bell icon, subscribe my channel and like the video. Thank you so much.